Hey, greetings, Garden of Prayer family and friends of our ministry. God bless you. Thank you for joining with us on this afternoon, evening time. I just wanted to get on and share a few thoughts that I had. I just actually got home not too long ago, and I didn't get to see a lot of the service of remembrance for George Floyd. So the information I've gotten primarily has been off of Facebook and CNN as far as some of the coverage. But I was just watching CNN a few moments ago and heard of y'all's president's response to the 75-year-old Caucasian gentleman that was pushed down by the emergency response team police officers there in Buffalo. And it was so incredibly to me, evil and wicked what he said. He suggested that the man was part of Antifa, some left-wing group that deals in protest, and that he was trying to scan, with his cell phone, mind you, trying to scan their communications devices to black them out, and that he fell harder than he was pushed. I'm telling you, cuss words really came to my mind because it's unbelievable the things that comes out of this man's mouth. What we have to understand, and the word that came to my mind was, it is evil. It is wickedness in high places. And what we have to understand as believers is that there is, in fact, evil in operation in wicked places. And if you think that what that man said was not evil, that comes directly from the enemy of God. But what we have to remember as believers is that our weapons are not carnal. Though I know many of you feel like I feel, I wish I could just take a baseball bat to his head and just beat his brains in for some of the stuff he said, for some of the things he's done, and really for the no response that he's given to George Floyd having been killed at the hands of police, and so many others have dealt with police brutality. It makes you want to, it enrages you and makes you want to do violence. But we have to remember that our weapons are not carnal, but they're made mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. We have to use the weapons that God has given us in the spirit realm, because that is really where this fight is taking place. It is wickedness in high places. When you see what y'all's president has been seeing and doing, when you see what Mitch McConnell has been doing, when you see what so many others and his blind followers have been doing, that is an evil spirit that is upon them. There's no way any human can be that stupid to just sit idly by and no matter what he does, they follow him blindly. No, that's an evil that is at work. The enemy of God is at work in them and through them to continue to allow this evil to befall other citizens, other people whom they say they care about. But we have to use the weapons that God has given us. He's given us praise. He's given us prayer. And these are the key things that we have. We have, and most importantly, we have access, direct access to God, where we can go to Him and tell Him what is going on and allow Him to fight and work it out on our behalf. It is not easy, and I understand that. It's not easy to always sit by and let someone else fight for us. It's not easy to not want to take matters into our own hands. And throughout this protest season, there have been many times the thought have come to my mind, perhaps we need to take up arms. Perhaps we need to go and get guns. Perhaps we need to go and start hurting other people to get them to see that we're hurt. And that's the human side of me, and I need to Garden of Prayer family understand I'm human, but I also know that I have to have restraint. I have to lean and depend on God to come through for us. His history is, certainly with me, he's come through so many times before that there's no reason for me to doubt that he won't take care of this as well. But again, it is wickedness in high places, but we have to use our spiritual weapons to bring down these strongholds of the enemy. The enemy is at work, but guess what? God is still stronger than the enemy. He still has all power, and in fact, the enemy is subject to God. So be encouraged today. I know things are looking crazy out here. We're getting tired, certainly, of hearing some of the crazy things that guy in the White House is saying. But please know that just like your computer, that operating system is working behind the scenes. Whether we see it working or not, it is at work. So know that God is at work even if we don't see it. He is working for us on our behalf. So be encouraged today. Know that no matter what the evil is out there, God is greater. Say that. God is greater. And no matter what you put in opposition to that, know that God is greater. He's greater than the person in the White House. He's greater than his followers. He's greater than the governmental system. He's greater than the justice system. He's greater than the educational system. God is greater than anything that is opposing us. So be encouraged. I love y'all. Just wanted to jump on for a moment, tell you there's some things that have been on my mind and my heart. I love you and I appreciate you. God and the prayer family, know that I do miss you, but I'm glad we've been able to keep in contact via calls and texts and drive-by visiting. And I love you all for your reception of these things. Know that we are yet at work preparing for the return. We're not sure when we're going back in the building, but we are preparing toward that end. So be encouraged. Know that I love you. Thank you for your continued support. Please join us on this coming Thursday for our prayer call at 7 p.m. And you can get that information on our Facebook page, our YouTube page, and our Instagram page, as far as the coded number and the password to get in on that call. Then on this Sunday, we're allowing one of the sons of our church, our own Elder Tommy Pope. He will be preaching for Sunday's service that will be pre-recorded and posted on Facebook and YouTube at 11:30 a.m. Sunday. Then on the following Sunday, our own evangelist Callie Williams will be giving us the word. Again, it'll be pre-recorded and then posted at 11:30 a.m. on our Facebook page and our Instagram page. So I want to encourage you to continue support, continue to encourage them, and listen to them when they preach on this week. All is well, all will be well, because God is greater. God is greater. Matter of fact, practice that throughout this week. Anything you see, anything you hear that is in opposition to you or opposition to what you know is right, just remind yourselves, as a matter of fact, speak to that issue. Tell it, my God is greater. Love y'all. Bye-bye.